Good Moogly morning / good Moogly evening / good Moogly bloody time zone to everyone there in the world. Today marks the 231st episode of Moogle Go Round. We're edging closer and closer towards the 10-year anniversary, but obviously I am Paul Bunn, and here with me I am with my amazing co-host Chili. How are we doing today?
Amazing. Where is he? Anyway, I'm here. Hi. I'm here.
Yeah, good.
I can't wait to talk. I'm so frustrated about this patch, but yeah, I somehow knew this was going to happen. I've been saying in the podcast, haven't I, that I'm worried about this patch, but everyone's been telling me, no, it's fine. You don't have anything to worry about. No, it's going to be okay. I'm scared, Paul.
For a person who hasn't played the patch yet, because one, I forgot there was a patch happening. Two, it wasn't about raid, new story or anything. My brain completely was like, okay, cool. Was it last week? Yeah, last week I was still trying to get over alcohol. So, and then this week I've just been kind of like tired a lot and just streaming random games. So, because I did get my new internet. I now have fiber optic where I can download games at so quickly. And I love it.
It's so nice when you don't have to worry too much. Yeah, you still have storage issues, but at least you can download and like
I can delete a game and download a new one in about half an hour. I'm like, thank you very much, thank you. I like that.
But we should introduce I was going to say, carry on.
Oh, no, I was saying that I have been on the Pokemon, a little bit of a Pokemon kick. I'm playing Omega Moon. Is it Omega? No, it's not. It's Ultra Moon. No, Ultra Moon. So it's okay. Ultra Moon on the DS. My sister let me borrow it and play because I haven't played that one before because I took a break between that. Also, I've been looking at Pokemon cards. I know another addiction other than Warhammer. Expensive. And also I've been playing WoW, so that's been fun.
Well,
but yes, we need to introduce.
Yeah.
Again.
We should introduce our wonderful guest, Pyra, who, by the way, also streams on Twitch, has joined us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. I'm excited to be here.
How do we say your whole name?
Pyra Sydannia. I actually saw that one of you were streaming Warframe the other day. There was an item in there. My lore is the Pyra Sydannia was one of my favorite things in Warframe back a million years ago, and so I just adopted the name and changed some letters around.
My God, I was thinking in my head that this is a reference to Warframe because you've got the back pieces, the Sydannias, the back Warframe, your attachments you could get. I was like, oh my God, this is like a reference, but I didn't want to assume anything, but oh my God. Because the Pyra one was like one of the early fire-based ones, right? That they added, I think.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones. I was hardcore into it from 2013 to 20, so that's where, as soon as I saw it, I wore it all the time and I needed a name, and that's where I stole it from.
Yeah, I used that for a while until they added the cape from Day of the Dead, and I really liked that on my Rhino. I thought it looked really cool on the Rhino, so that, and then I switched to that. But yes, it was a really good. Oh my God, yeah, that was me, by the way. I've been getting back into Warframe recently, so
yeah, it's such a great team. I love the Warframe people,
and they're very invested with Reb, which is the community manager, right? Or I'm not sure exactly. Is very invested in both Warframe and Final Fantasy. Loves both franchises, so maybe we'll get a collab one day.
I hope. I'll see her in a few short weeks at PAX East, so I'll try to drop the hint. I've met her a handful of times. She's an amazing human. I've worked with her for through my last company a little bit with stuff, so she's just amazing human.
I am jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I spent so much money and played a lot of Warframe back in the day. It was my addiction it went before I really started playing 14 as much as I did. Like Warframe was my craziness. I'm not gonna lie.
I have the same origin story. 2013 to 2015 was all Warframe, and then 2015, as soon as I found it, was like, oh, this is my new home.
Yeah. It was Warframe and Mass Effect 3 for me, which I still the weirdest origin story of the fact that I played 14 1.0, right? That I played that, and I didn't play it much because I had my account banned by Square Enix just before that because I logged on my friend's PC and they thought I got hacked. So I banned my account to keep it safe, but then refused to give me my account back, even though they said the fact that they've only temporarily banned it because they thought I got hacked. That was Square Enix in 11-day pass. Anyway, I was playing Mass Effect with some friends, and they're like, "Oh, 14's coming to PS3." I'm like, "I don't believe you." And they're like, "Yeah, we're going to be playing it." I'm like, I still don't believe you. Anyway, then it came out, and that's how I got. As I said, that's how I got into 14. So thanks, Mass Effect. And Warframe, I guess.
I I shouldn't have looked on Twitter.
You should never look on Twitter.
I mean, Diablo just announced the Warlock class for Diablo 4. Oh, I love Warlocks. I hate everything. Okay, back. I mean, I played Warframe back in the day for a little bit. Like, I say a little bit because I played on Steam, but I also played on PlayStation. It was only a little bit. It wasn't, but I liked Warframe. It was fun for a bit. Would I go back to it? Probably not, because I've got too many of those.
That's fair.
With 14, WoW, obviously my Umas, I've been playing Una Musume too much, getting closer and closer to 400 hours. Someone send help. I haven't actually logged into 14 since last weekend, so that's when I was playing Black Mage. That was not... So, was the patch was this week, right?
The
variant dungeon
was on Tuesday.
Like
yeah.
Okay. And I obviously I've seen videos on it, because obviously I get notifications when we only put up a video and all the rewards and stuff like that. And obviously the memes that have come out of the amount of the genie.
Yeah, which I saw one of my friends just like, he was grinding for it, but then decided just to spend 100 million gil and buy instead.
And that's the problem when you can put stuff on the auction house, because then people will just be like, I might as well grind gil instead of actually playing the content.
Talking about the content, Pyra, what are your thoughts on it? What have you? I know you've done a bit of the variant dungeon. Before we start talking ranting about it, I'd like your thoughts on it, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so I did. I actually did all 13 variants of the variant dungeon, which was a lot. It was me and 3 friends. We went in, and it took us about, with breaks, because there was like a lunch in between, like we have to nourish our bodies. It was like 7.5 hours, probably like 6 to 7 hours actually going through. And I mean, I think generally overall it went by, even though that's a lot of time, I'm like, it kind of went by fast. I think overall though, I kind of enjoyed it. It didn't have a lot of like puzzle solving as I was hoping for. There's only like maybe one thing that was the stumper, the variant 13. But yeah, I think overall it was like nice to have that type of content back in the game after missing it for so long.
Can we all agree though that well, me and you anyway, that the genie is the most annoying boss out of all of them? I feel like it's annoying because that was my first, like because I went solo with White Mage, and the first route I did, that was the first encounter I got in the dungeon, and I was so frustrated.
Oh, you are not alone. Every person who I've talked to just keeps swearing at the freaking genie. And I know for me, it took I'm an Ultimate and Savage Raider, and I felt like such an idiot going into the genie. It took me like 2 or 3 runs through to be like, what is this mechanic actually doing? Like, I don't understand it. I'm just barely making it through.
Yeah, you're talking about the train track, I'm guessing. That's the only mechanic I feel like is a challenge. Because it took me a bit. I still don't even really... I think I understand it, but I still don't think I understand it really properly. Like, oh my god. I know, like, he hits the switch and it swaps trains, but, like, anyone who knows me knows I have no direction sense. So if you're forcing me to work out where he is, where I am, and where they're going, you've just invented the boss that I'm incredibly weak to. Like, I just got a vulnerability stack just from walking in there.
Yeah, he was troublesome. I felt like such an idiot too, because I thought I understood it, and then that one of the runs went fine, and I was like, okay, I understood that, and then we went back in, and I completely like face wiped, and I'm like, well, that was a lie.
But apart from that, I will say I do like the graphics of the new variant dungeon. I think they've done a really good job with making it pop. I think it's all nice when it comes to that.
Yeah, the visuals are outstanding. I love that it's simultaneously not Final Fantasy like art and design work as it is at the same time, because it's, like without any real spoilers, it's meant to be kind of like going into a story, and so like it feels very much that. It's super bright and colorful, and I really love that. I
think it was mentioned as a storybook when it was revealed anyway, so I don't think that's a story. I don't think that's a spoiler anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love how almost Nintendo it looked. I don't know if that was their intention, but like just all the colors and the visuals like felt like I was logging in on like a Nintendo Switch thing.
Not gonna lie, I kind of just want the was it Never Ending Story song playing as I'm doing it. I just like I like that song. Going to a storybook, I think that'd be great. I might try it out this weekend, depending on how. Because I'm currently getting yelled at by a whole nother guild because I haven't leveled my character yet on WoW, and the raid apparently comes out on the 18th of March. So I'm getting yelled at because I'm
Oh, you got
their
2
healer.
weeks then. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I have 2 weeks, but next weekend I've got a Warhammer tournament. Also, 12th I've got an appointment. 13th I've also got an appointment. 20th I've also got an appointment. I haven't got much time to play. And obviously I've got to play Final Fantasy as well because I'm raiding for 2 days on the weekend. So it's, I've left it a little late, but I didn't get to play till the 2nd because all them they got to buy the expensive edition. They got like a couple of days early access, and I'm sitting there going, bro, you think I had money for that? I had enough money like to pay the sub and then get the thing for like a couple of quid.
But yeah, no, the Variant Dungeon, I've done a few of the routes. I do hope to do some more. Have you tried the advanced one yet? I've heard about it, but I haven't actually given it a shot yet myself.
Yeah, no, that's going to be next up on my radar. Just because I want to try it. I know I've unlocked it, but I didn't get a chance to get into that yesterday because this is like the week of patches.
Yeah, there's been they've all dropped at once, which is nice, kind of. Well, I say nice. It's scary when you realize that you got so much to do, but also the problem is you've got so much to do, but then you've got nothing to do. So yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, I play a lot of Phasmophobia as well with
Ooh.
some of my static mates, and that had a major rework patch Tuesday as well. So it was like trying to dual box out right after Variant straight into New Tanglewood. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much. I shouldn't be complaining, but there's too much.
Warframe, I know, is getting an update soon with the new frame, so I'm excited for that. And then I'm going to pay to win for that anyway. I'm just going to probably buy it anyway because yes. Well,
because yeah.
In my defense, I play on PlayStation and they gave like 2 bundles away since I've come back, and I've not actually used the Platinum. So although I'll be buying it, I haven't paid technically because it was with my subscription. So yeah. But I guess going back to the Variant Dungeon, the story was really good, but my issue, I think, we're the same with a lot of people. I really do wish that the rewards were better. I don't know what your thoughts about the rewards are, but I could rant a long time about how I really wish they were. Even normal mode, I wish they were better. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, like, the glam is cute, luckily, but it is very, like, one-coded, I will say. Like, I've only seen it on... I have a female Viera, so, like, I've really only seen it on, like, my character, specifically, some of the pieces. But there isn't much outside of, like, that. And I think some of the random drops were, like, a couple minion, and then there's the genie mount. So I feel... It's so tough because especially with, like, all of the... like the seasonal events we've gotten lately, like we've been eating really good with the amount of drops and rewards that they've had, and then it seems like we have less rewards for a content piece that you're supposed to like grind and do.
Yeah, I feel that.
I feel like sorry, carry on, Paul.
But with because obviously there is the glamour, the umbrella, 2 minions, flying carpet, and an emote. Oh, and the glasses.
That's the previous one, right?
Nope. This is 7.45.
No, I don't think I've not seen any of those. Those aren't anything that I can buy in normal mode. Normal mode only has the emotes, and then it has 2 sets of glams, right? And then it also has a soundtrack. That's all that normal mode has. I just
went in general.
Okay.
In general, that is what in the drop.
Is there a magic carpet? I haven't seen the magic carpet. I haven't heard anyone talk about it.
Yeah, you did a video.
Scary.
Okay.
A merchant. It's called a merchant's trail, right? Or tail.
Yeah.
Like merchant's tail. Then yeah, apparently this is. No.
Okay, I'm gonna go check that quickly. But yeah, that's cool. If there is a see, by the way, there was a Stephen C. Okay, I see. I haven't had any luck with the drops. My drops have just been fireworks and coins, and you get so many coins. Okay, so yeah, there is a flying carpet mount. Okay, so yeah, there was a storm mount I'm thinking of as well. So okay.
You get the carpet in the advanced mode.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so yeah. I want to do the advanced mode because you can make the advanced mode, which is nice. So, but yeah, the advanced mode is just the bosses. There's no exploration. You just fight the bosses in like a boss rush. Okay, so that's good. At least there's some, but I do wish that they would. I don't know. I know that they don't want to give Savage gear because Savage is technically still relevant right now, and I know that that's an issue that they have. But I do wish that this would have given gear equal to crafted gear at this point. Like, or I would, if they can't do that, I would have rather. No, I don't mean like normal mode. I mean like either the advanced or Criterion. should we say, not normal mode. Normal mode is, I don't want to say easy because it's not easy. It still takes it's still some challenge, but like the Criterion mode should have given gear equal to the crafted at least to give people more incentive to run it. Am I the only one who thinks like that?
I wouldn't say crafted gear. I'd say I'd say like tome, like non-upgraded tome. Because at the end of the day, it's still hard. It's still a hard content you need to try and do.
Yeah,
again, it's a four-player Savage. Criterion is the Savage version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would put that on par with just normal currency gear. That's not upgraded. You could upgrade it later if you get like a couple more runs in it, maybe. But I would again, it'd be an incentive for you to go do that because even I would do that. Like, oh shit, I can get some cool gear. Oh, might as well get it for all my characters. Could go try and do it with some friends, or maybe PF would actually get it. But that's why I never did it because I'm a raider. I want something that I want to work towards.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the same boat where. Oh, you're good. I'm in the same boat with you, Paul. Like I'm a raider, and most of my I love doing everything from casual through like ultimates, but like I've never touched a Criterion just because it hasn't felt like the rewards have been worth the grind. Because like I know it is a heavier commitment, and like I can't even think of the rewards of the previous Criterions either off the top of my head. But it definitely isn't like I feel like the juice hasn't been worth the squeeze, I guess, for lack of a better term.
That's one thing they've announced. I can't remember what gear it is off the top of my head, but that's one thing they've announced in the news that's a glitch right now with the current one. Because the previous one added I can't remember what tome set it did, but I think it was that tome. Basically, it added an ability to make the tome weapon shiny. Like it added like a cool like glam effect to the tome weapon with the previous Criterion. Like that's what that Criterion did. If you beat it, that weapon series actually got a cool glow added to the tome weapon. But the issue is,
wasn't that the Endwalker one? Because like you get like a cool glow. Like I was going to do it for my bunny one because I loved my little bunny staff, but
the issue is they've added the same item into this Criterion, but they also hadn't updated the NPC to accept the. So let's just say you beat this Criterion, you got the item to upgrade that Endwalker for some reason, totem weapon, and then you went to the NPC. He would then not allow you to use it because he'd be like, "Oh, go beat the Criterion," because it wasn't opening the dialogue from beating it in the new one, even though you have the item. So that was a bit of a bug that happened with the current Criterion. Of course, they've actually announced this in the news now, and they are going to fix it in the future. But yeah, it's kind of a big deal right there. Like, it's kind of a. But no, I don't know about either of you, but I feel like it would have been so much better. As much as I hate waiting for stuff, because I just like a lot of people, I want content as much as I can get it. I would, if you agree that if this had dropped in 7.5 or 7.55 and then included the item that upgraded your tome gear or gave you another way to get tome related gear, that's either weekly grind like in the Alliance raid or just a grind if you wanted to do it. I feel like that would have been so much better than it is right now. Even if they just release the normal versions now and release the advanced, the Savage version later. Which, by the way, I feel like Criterion, at least from what I've experienced in previous one, is more closer to Ultimate than it is Savage. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say that here. It is closer to Ultimate difficulty than it is Savage. The damage and mechanics are probably equivalent to Savage, where like it's not as punishing as Ultimate. From what I've experienced, I haven't beaten Ult, but I'm still learning it. But the fact that you can only raise via an action and your raise is limited. Remember, you only got one raise action per battle, per player in the Criterion. That gives it some artificial difficulty, in my opinion, because if you mess up, you've messed up. There's no recovering from that.
Yeah, but you can say that about Savage and Ultimate, where some mechanics are body checks, and so if you don't have a person up, then that's game over.
Same this makes every mechanic a body check, like basically.
Then it's at the same level as Savage and Thingy then. Because then it's just a body check mechanic.
Yeah. So I just feel like it's definitely what. But yeah. By the way, you mentioned that you've done Ultimate in the past. Which ones have you beaten? Sorry, I'm a little bit excited to hear about this.
No, you're good. I've done I've completed I've only completed Uwu and T. My husband is crazy and has done like all of them besides Ukab. That's the one thing we like to pick on him on. Not quite the full legend. I've gone into DSR, I've gone into Fru, I've gone into Ukab. I just haven't completed any of the other ones, so hoping to get some more under my belt this year.
Nice. You got this. I've been stepping into Uwu recently, and we've got to Titan now, so it's been fun learning.
That's like the first true door, luckily.
We've had a few doors. The true doors is people staying in the static. That's the real true door.
It's almost like Glam is the true end game. Statics are the true, like, ultimate.
We just lost another healer because they just disappeared. So we're back to looking for a healer for our run. It's been so something.
It's very hard. I've had. Oh gosh, I don't even remember how many statics. I've had at least half a dozen statics.
I can't count how many I've had in 1 year.
It's tough. I find that I end up like lingering or leaning more towards like friend group static. So my priority is like, I'm going to try to have a group of people that I want to be with all the time. But that even if the prog level's not as fast as I would want it, just because I'm like, I would rather not have to try to find somebody every expansion or, every tier.
Yeah, see, that's like with my static. We are just a bunch of friends that have been around for this long time. And we feel like the static is literally the only thing that keeps us playing the game. Yeah, obviously you got expansion and stuff, but like we'd come out for expansion, but actually like sitting there playing the game and gearing up and stuff. That's the only thing. Like we only get together on the weekend for 4 hours in a weekend just to like prog and stuff like that. And I was just like, if we get a kill, we get a kill. That is what our mentality is. We just care about getting kills, and that's care. Like we don't care how slow it is. Like we're on the bros, right? We're on the bros, coming up to like the last mechanic of the Surfer Bros. And we're still having fun. Yeah, we've had to PF a couple of times, but that is because one of our raiders lives in the Middle East, and obviously with all the bombing and stuff like that is happening over there, they actually had to miss out last week because they had to get to a bomb shelter and stuff like that. We actually found out that they are safe, so. The people that were worried on stream last weekend, they are safe. Apparently the bombs and stuff like that, and the missiles have calmed down, and they were more worried about coming back to raid, and we're like, bitch, worry about living. Like the raid is not a priority.
We in Moogle Go Round will always promote real life over anything else video game related. As much as we love video games, real life is more important. So please stay safe.
It's like no, like stay safe. Don't give a shit about raiding. I'm not going to kick you for not turning up.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad to hear that they're safe though. That's so scary.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad to hear that the scarier thing is not being there for let's do this together, bro.
Let's do this together, bro.
I mean, the blowjob bros. I'm sorry. I
Need some for me.
I was waiting. I was like, is somebody gonna say it? Should I say it? I'm usually very unhinged, so I'm trying to, see where the level is.
You don't know. Be as unhinged as you want. That's what we are. Trust me, it's okay. Trust me, you don't have to. No, it's Paul. Chilean guest mics are all distorted terribly. Supposedly with sounding bad. Thanks, Wubsy.
What?
I mean, the recording should be okay, but...
Wow, I go to try and listen to it, and I get a fucking advert.
I would listen to it, but I don't want to double record myself. So, talk about raiding. Have you raided in any other MMOs, or is 14 the only one you've ever played, really?
14's really the only MMO that I've played. I had a 3-month stint in Guild Wars 2 back in Stormblood. That was the only time that I've truly taken a break from the game. I did some raiding there. It was like fine but different. And like it's just the game seems like a fun game for certain reasons, but it just couldn't hold me.
I raided back in 11. Well, what they would call raid, but like, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm hoping Paul can get this fixed, Wubsy. But yeah, no, I used to play raid in 11, and yeah, if you think 14's expensive, oh my god, I will always bring this up. But there was a raid called Dynamis, which was server locked, kind of. It was an instance-based raid, right? So only a certain amount of people per week could go in because that was the technology back then. So you had to pre-book the raid tier by going to a goblin to be like, oh, I want to raid between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. Okay. And then the raid leader has to pay the goblin 1 million gil to get an item so that the raid can get into the raid.
So painful. How did 11 players do it? I tried 11 for an hour once back maybe 6 years ago, and I just quit. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, oof.
But that was how you got your relic weapon. You think everyone's like, oh my god, 14's relic weapons are tough or like they suck. On an average, do you wonder how long an average relic weapon in 11 would take if you were really, really good at the game? Give me 3 years. That would be 250 million gil, 3 years, roughly. would be the average relic weapon.
That's a lot of years.
Yeah.
3 months I would have been like, wow, that's a
Because you needed something like 1,000 coins, but like the average run per week was about 50 coins. So yeah, it was.
we can't complain anymore.
And then you had to go fight specific monsters, and then you had see. I'm loving the. I don't know if you I've been loving the Alliance raid because it's 11 based. Like it's as someone who played 11 for my teenage years. It's been such a nostalgia trip. But there's certain enemies I cried and hope that we get and also don't get. Like don't get. I don't think 14 players could even put up with yin and yang.
I feel like that's the love letter to 11 because one of my friends, we actually have a podcast for like NA new podcast. Gamer Debbie, she was a big 11 fan for years and years and years, and she absolutely loves it. Where for me, because I haven't played 11 really, I'm like I don't have as much of that draw and that love. But she's like, I need this every day.
Was she also frustrated about Kieran in the Alliance raid?
I think she was.
Okay, because that whole fight was cool in 11. Well, okay, for everyone else but me, that fight was really cool. But I played Monk, so it was the most boring fight to ever exist in a raid. But for everyone else, it's a really cool fight. But for monks, it was the most boring fight of all time. But yeah, no, the whole thing about Kieran was the fact that he would summon like each individual god that you see. You had to fight the gods to get items to spawn Kieran, and then when you fought Kieran, he would spawn like mini versions of the gods as you fought him. But Kieran dies so fast in the Alliance raid that though in theory he has that mechanic, he just dies before he can actually summon the rest of them. And it's like, really? That was his whole cool gimmick in 11. Like he didn't even have a unique model. It was like the worst endgame boss of all time because the model of Kieran was literally just a generic manticore that was pulled from the desert. Like he was the god of gods, but when you fought him, he was literally just a generic manticore that you could find anywhere in the world.
His name was Kyle.
Yeah, it's like it's like the Emperor. The Emperor's a god.
Yeah.
But he's just a generic man. He didn't want to be a god. Then he literally was like, okay, now I'm getting to fucking Warhammer lore now. Let's get rid of that. I like the Alliance way. I didn't play 11.
Yeah. I'm excited for the next patch because of the last Alliance raid. I'm hoping that we get absolute virtue. That's all I want. And I want it to troll everyone. I want it to be the most annoying fight of all time. Bring us yin and yang, actually. You know what? That really annoys people because yin and yang, you had to kill both dragons because they're yin and yang, obviously. So if yin survives, yang will come back because, that's yin and yang have to be balanced, right? Like in 11, you had like a 2.5 second window to kill yang because if you killed yin, you then had a 2.5 second window to kill yang and reverse depending on which one you killed because it would just revive the other one at full health again after 2.5 seconds. So if you had to kill them perfectly, basically at the same time. Otherwise, they would just be an infinite fight because they would never die because they would just revive each other forever.
This gives me DSR flashbacks.
I'm hoping Chili is the final boss and he drops monk underwear. We all know that the underwear slot was removed in 1.0. Like, I don't think we're ever going to get that back.
Man, I misspelled.
Yeah. I missed the underwear slot, okay? That was a real thing, by the way. I'm not joking. The 1.0 did indeed have a underwear slot.
I don't know. I think it was someone who was on the stream or who was on the podcast about getting rid of fucking key items. Giving us a small key items to give us more bloody space.
Yes.
Yeah. I want that because I've got too many bloody weapons and it's annoying me. I want more inventory space. Get rid of key items. We barely use the key items.
Give me more spearfishing. I want more spearfishing rod things. I don't know are they called spears? I don't know.
Probably
spears. Probably spears or harpoons, depending on which one you want to
Give me more of those. We only have that frustrates me. Every time I look at my gear, I think my fishing gear is not like I'll switch to my fisher because I feel like I've not equipped it properly because it's I leveled and everything else because the fishing rod is like level 60. And I'm like...
Now, by the way, spearfishing is probably one of the best mini games that they came out with. I can sit there and spearfish for a very long time because it's quite fun. Have they reused that mechanic yet? No. No, they haven't.
I do feel like they implemented the spear... What was it? It was Stormblood for spearfishing too, right? Because you could go underwater and you could swim. Yeah. And then after Stormblood, they forgot that it existed.
Yeah. And I thought they updated it with a new version later on, but they still haven't added a new spear.
Yeah, they did. That's why they bring in this new mini game. Yeah. So I got hungry because I finished stream only an hour before this, and then I forgot to eat something. So I'm just eating a snack note because Chili loves these snack-based podcast stuff.
Yeah, sound bites.
I'm currently eating Jammy Dodgers strawberry flavour.
Ooh.
It's quite nice.
What is that? Because
It's a biscuit. It's a British biscuit.
Think of, you know what we call biscuit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Trust me, as I said, I got confused in America once with that when I was 18. I was 18 and I thought they were offering me chicken and biscuits, and I was like, why the hell are you offering me that? I'm really confused. So, no, think of, it has a smiley face still, right?
No, it has a heart.
Oh, a heart. I'm thinking of BNs then, aren't I?
Yeah, you're thinking of BN.
Okay.
That's not a Jammy Dodger.
Okay. A Jammy Dodger is a small biscuit that imagine an Oreo.
That's what I was about to say. Think of an Oreo.
Think of
But
an
with
Oreo,
jam
but
and not
with
chocolate.
a plain biscuit instead of a chocolate biscuit, and then jam in the middle, and then a little love heart on the top that's cut out so you can see the jam.
That sounds adorable.
Don't really get these ones. These ones, the plain biscuit is pink.
Yeah.
And it has a scent of strawberry. It's quite nice.
I had to Google it. It looks so good. One day I'll make it over there.
Yeah.
I mean, one day I'll make it over there because apparently I'm going to go there.
Cough, cough. You don't want to.
No, I need to go and meet my friend.
I want to go back. I want to go back to America again. I've been to Wisconsin. I've been to Texas. I've been to Vegas. So I want to go to a different state. I know people in Ohio. Maybe I'll go to Ohio next. I don't know.
I live on the East Coast. It's pretty. Every area has their own little quirk.
Look, I just want to try all the. Like, if I ever win the lottery, I'm so going to just travel America to try all your different fast food. Like, that's my life's goal.
How to get diabetes and high blood pressure in 2 fucking seconds.
I said, look, just because
he's not alive, but he's
I'd
right.
be ordering something small. Like, I wouldn't be ordering.
Yeah, their small is are large.
Yeah, it's. I don't.
Oh, the
I
incident.
can't speak for them. Them
Which one?
being the ones.
Chile. So basically, Chile went to American Fan Fest, and he almost got assassinated.
Which time?
That is why we go with the incident.
I think I need more content. I'm about to go to Fan Fest in next month. I think I need content.
That was it.
The peas, Chile. The peas.
Oh yeah. Now I remember that one. Okay, I'm allergic to nuts and legumes, right? Legumes are peas, peas, chickpeas, and all that, like lentils and stuff like that. I'm allergic to those, right? This was 2016. Okay, now this was my first time in America on my own because I'd never been to America on my own before, and I was going to a meal, right? Some people invited me to like a buffet in Vegas, right? And I had never tried. As much as this will sound weird, I had never tried mac and cheese before, right? I had never tried it. And technically, I still haven't.
Yeah, technically, still haven't done that.
So anyway, they're like, this buffet has mac and cheese. I'm like, that's cool. I might try it and give it a try. They're like, yeah, you should give it a try. It's your first time. Here, let me make a bowl for you. So they put it on the bowl, and then I try it, and then I find out that the mac and cheese has peas in it. For some reason.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know why they have peas and fucking. That's what I think is attempted assassination because every mac and cheese I've had, they don't have peas.
I've never heard of peas in a mac and cheese. So that's as the unfortunate American in the room, I will say I am so sorry. That is not normal. Not even remotely normal. What the heck?
Yeah, so because I've had all different types of mac and cheese. I've had pulled pork in mac and cheese. I've had mac and cheese with sausages, bacon in, with mushrooms.
Yeah.
I've had all that stuff. But peas?
Yeah.
That's an assassination attempt because they knew that you had that. They knew you had that allergy. Yeah, that's premeditated. So you know what? Yeah. Legal trouble coming that way. Legal trouble.
So yeah, that was.
It was 10 years ago, to be fair.
Yeah.
So
I was just turning 20. I was nearly 30 at the time. Man, God, I'm nearly 40.
I feel for you. I used to be allergic to peas too. I don't know why. I no longer am, but I used to be allergic to peas and poultry. So any chicken or turkey or peas, I would just.
Yeah, for me it's nuts and legumes, and I wish. Now my allergy is getting worse when it comes to legumes. It used to not be that bad. By the way, I'm not deadly allergic to peas. It's not good. It makes my throat all itchy and stuff. It's not nice. But yeah, it's definitely got worse over the years, which sucks. But no, I trust me, I've done some weird stuff for fast food. Like I booked a hotel and traveled across the country just to try breakfast at Wendy's once. Like, yeah, I will. If I won a lottery, I would do it. Like,
it's true, he would do it. Like shit, we're going to Berlin. And he's like, we got to go to KFC. I'm like, why have we got KFC in England? They've got the double down. I'm like, oh, God, here we go. we've got like our other friends. They're like, oh, yeah, we're going to go to like a nice place. For dinner. Like, oh, let's go to KFC. I'm like, chilly. We're in Berlin. We're in another country.
I've done that before. I've barely traveled outside of even my own time zone. And anytime I do, it's like when I was in Alaska, different, technically still United States, but different time zone. I couldn't find it, but I was like so ready to find them. I was like, I just want to see, because I know they have like different cultural, regional things. I'm like, I just need it. I need to try it.
I just want to try it. Like, I want to see what it's like. Like, that's all I care about. Like, is it different?
To be fair, I did do that when I went to Japan, because in Japan they have like so much different stuff.
Yeah, if I ever visit Japan, I'm doing that at Christmas, so I could do KFC Christmas. That is a life goal.
I found out from my mum that in like, I can't remember what it was, because she went to America and she went there with a friend.
By the way,
and she went,
not sponsored by KFC.
Like a McDonald's or something. They had like salads, pasta, and all that shit. I'm like, I wish I had that in my McDonald's. The fuck? Like Japan, like they have like rice meals and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, I wish I had that. 'Cause I love rice. Man, I'm a big rice enjoyer. I do enjoy my rice. My rice and pasta is my hands down my favorite food. Like, but we are going to have KFC when we go to Berlin, but we're having it on the Friday when we arrive.
Yeah, we're only doing it Thursday when we arrive in the country. If I could even find
my Thursday.
Friday.
Oh yeah, Friday.
I'll be traveling down Thursday probably to the airport. But yeah,
but to be fair, I'm getting an afternoon flight, so.
All the afternoon flights seem to suck for me. But yeah, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, no, we've got a hotel booked. We've got our tickets now, so everything is sorted. We actually been able to get some tickets, so we'll be able to meet some friends, which is nice. Like, I'm looking forward to meeting quite a few people over at FanFest. And Rook has promised me another hug, so I'm excited to hug when I see her.
That's awesome. I'm going to NA FanFest next month. It'll be my first FanFest I've ever been able to get into. Oh, because the first time I could afford to go to a FanFest was 2020, and we know what happened. Something happened in the world, just a couple small things. And then just the plague. And then last FanFest, I tried so hard to get tickets and I could not get any. And so the day before, or the day of tickets going down, the selected lottery, my husband went into his old email that was hacked years ago and in the spam, and it luckily had one of the notifications. You can buy tickets. Oh, we jumped as soon as we saw it.
So jumped straight to it.
That credit card came out so fast.
So I'm lucky because Chili got both of mine. He got these ones and then got me last year's FanFest. So I went. So I was happy. But Chili got the extra special ticket because he's press and he was really lucky last year. He got to go to all these events and stuff like that. Late night dinners, I'm just stuck in the hotel eating fucking M&Ms while watching fucking TV. And I'm like,
But just because I was sat with Ben Starr and that the media meal.
Wow.
See, this motherfucker. I was sat with Ben Starr, you know. And the twins. I met the twins as well.
Yeah, Alexei's voice actor, Alphino's voice actor, Fancred voice actor were all there for the media meal the night before FanFest in London, which was kind of cool.
That's a treat.
And then he couldn't eat any of it because didn't know if there was nuts in it, so he just came back. I think we had like KFC or Wendy's.
Yeah, I didn't eat anything because they couldn't guarantee any of the food there. So
he came back like hella starving, and it was like what Wendy's it is. I think that was the night we had the Wendy's. Then FanFest night we had a big bowl. We had a big KFC.
Yeah, we had an insane KFC.
That sounds like a treat. I tried out.
Sorry, carry on.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say I tried for media because I also write for a editorial site on the side, gaming site, but their media badges were gone like almost within seconds. I was like,
I've been told this year's was very limited.
I suppose.
But no, for me, it's PSU. I've written for PSU for years. I've also done their podcast, so that's how I got in. So
I will never get into stuff like that because I'm not that. I don't do what you guys do. I'm not a journalist. I'm a random. I'm going to say the word. I'm just a random cunt for England that plays the game.
I'll be honest.
Get that on a t-shirt.
I'll be honest.
I will.
I'll be honest. This is probably going to sound mean to every press people, including myself. But it's probably stupid for me to go as press anyway. I know this will sound weird because there's always the chance of the interview, and I guess that's a bonus. But in fact, it's if you're wanting to cover it for a website or anything like that, it's probably better to not go to the event, because then you can make sure that you can get the article or information up as soon as it gets announced, versus being at the event and not being able to publish anything until later on, because you're not really going to have access to anything like that at the time. Trust me, especially at FanFest, there is no specific room just for press to like write stuff up. You will have to be waiting until later that night, which means everyone else will have everything up anyway. And as you know, I'm sure from experience that you need to get stuff out as soon as possible if you're going to do it.
Yeah, it's like the same with Mione, because Mione, he basically, when he goes to an event, like he went last time, like for him, that is like he's dropped like so much revenue just from going to an event when he could make so much more revenue by just staying at home and doing videos on it.
Isn't that right, Pyra? Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, that makes total sense. It's what's super tough. The only media coverage events that I've done so far is we have PAX East out here in Massachusetts, and I can't do what some of those people do. Like I see they because they're a bigger convention, they'll have like a whole media room, and then you'll see people literally leave a big panel and then just go straight there with their laptops, and it's just a bunch of people on laptops like typing as fast as they can. And I commend anybody who can try to do that, because that's a lot of commitment.
I was trying to last FanFest, I was trying to write notes on my phone the entire time during the live letter. Like I wasn't really paying attention to the live letter, or I was just like trying to catch up with notes on my phone the entire time.
Yeah, that like you were because in EU FanFest there was just like this like press like sitting area where you had all the press people. Like, that's where Chili was. I can just imagine he's trying to write notes. I'm just in like the normie corner, and I just like sitting there. I was like, oh yeah. And then I got disappointed when it's like, oh Viper, this new class.
So
why?
You said it's your first time at FanFest. What are you excited for the most? What are you hoping for?
So I would say the thing that I'm excited for the most is just being there. Like my husband and I have like played religiously for like 11, and so just like being a part of the community, like a live sense, is like that's kind of my nerdy, like this is what I'm super hyped for. But like honestly, I just want to know anything about the next expansion. I just want to know where we're going. I always think of Emmett Selk's speech, at the end of Endwalker and all the places you'll go, kind of. And I'm craving to know, like, are we going to another star? Is there, what do we do with this key that we have now at the end of Dawn Trail? Like, what's kind of the next direction? Like that, I'm super curious.
I'm with you with that one, because I got really pissed off with this expansion, because I was like, oh, are we going to go like treasure hunting and stuff like that? Because when MXL said, oh, the treasures are so-and-so and stuff like that, I'm like, can we go there? Like the Golden City? like El Dorado? Like, bro, I get my bet, like Terrell and Tulio, like, I will be Tulio, let's go. Like, I would love that. But then we went to this place where, again, it was cool. It was like Aztec-y, like, type style. And I was like, oh, this is really cool, because I love the Aztec styles and stuff like that. Like, I was, oh, it's sick, it's really cool, and it's kind of And now we're gonna go off to another star and do like some sort of space-time continuum shenanigans.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people are speculating, like, I forget the name of it, but like a lot of snow. Like we're gonna go to like the Frozen Star or something, and so it's like kind of opposite of where my brain was going or like thinking we'd go. So like right now it just feels like such a toss up. Like I feel like I have no solid theories.
Back to Heaven's Ward.
Oh God.
Here we go.
Treading through the snow. As long as it's not Fantasy 7 related, I'm happy. I love 7, but please don't make it 7 related. I don't want that right now. But I feel like it could be, because the Fantasy 7's 30th anniversary is next year as well, which is when we're looking at probably the expansion release date. So yeah, by the way, I do wish that NA FanFest was after EU 1 year, because I always feel bad that NA gets the least amount of reveals, because the fact that they go first, like, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where, almost like you were saying too, almost a benefit, where it's like, at least there will be more coverage things. For myself, selfishly, it's like, I'll have more coverage things later when I'm home.
That is true.
And
not the trailer and stuff.
There. Yeah. I've never been to California before or anything like that, so I'm gonna be mostly like a kid in a candy store, just being like, where's my mom? Where am I going?
That was literally me in London FanFest, because obviously that was like after the big, I don't know what I was about to say, call it the Big Depression, but the big plague of this century, and obviously I'd major anxiety of like going to places and going like on my own to things. So now I'm like, well, fuck, I'm going to Berlin. I don't give a shit. Let's go.
I mean, it didn't help that I think we literally walked into the back room. Like
that thing still gets me every time. We like just trying to find a bank in London, and somehow we just ended up in the back rooms of the fucking bank and shit. We're like, what the fuck? Where the fuck are we?
Yeah, I'm not joking. The sign said HSBC down this way, so we followed it, and then it said HSBC turn left, so we turned left. We opened the door, and then we're just in this yellow corridor that looked like it went forever. It's like we walked into the back room somehow.
That would not make me feel safe where my money is.
Yeah, it was like, it's put up in the backyard of the bank. So I'm like, good thing I don't have HSBC. Like, what the fuck? It was really bad as well because I went to London. Because London, a lot of stuff is done by card, and a lot of, obviously, ever since then, obviously with the health and safety of people not wanting to take cash because it could have the plague on it. And I didn't have a credit card or a debit card then, and so I was just carrying pure cash, pure Benjamins. Even though we don't call them Benj, we call them pounds. And we went to my bank because my card got delivered when I was leaving for FanFest, so I had the card. But with that, they don't send you your number to get into the bank. They send that separately. So I was like, okay, well, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Because I couldn't buy it. Do you know how we got drinks at FanFest? It wasn't at the actual event. There was an ice cream truck outside the event. We went there because they took cash. That's where I got all my drinks from.
Yeah, just a heads up, at least in most FanFests I've been to, there is no food or drink served inside the building. You will have to go out to get any liquids.
Yes, any liquids.
Even liquids. That is wild. I would understand maybe food because I know permits and license such. Like not even like water.
No,
yeah.
Well, I think they had like water dispensers maybe, but yeah, no, they didn't have anything like that really. And yeah, it's really frustrating
because of how that big event area was. It was like they had two events going on. They had like this Disney / cosplay stuff in one side in the big hall, and then there was FanFest in the other side in the big hall, in a really big hall. Which, by the way, it was pretty. Like going around that, absolutely fucking lovely. But then there was this big corridor line with very expensive meal places because we went there for dinner on Friday because we went up there just to have a look around, didn't we? Because we wanted to find out where we were going because we wanted to get the lay of the land. Because Chili's never been there, I've never been there, so we're like, to make this less, let's just try and make our way. So we made our way there. We went on the new, was it the new Elizabeth line?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we went on to like the new Elizabeth line, and it was lovely. We had a bit of fun, and we like got there, and we went, and it was really expensive. These burgers, weren't they? It was so expensive.
We did get a photo of Yoshi P while we were eating though, because he walked past us.
That is true.
we were sat outside just eating burgers, and then Yoshi P walked past us at the time.
Yeah, and I went, "Is that Yoshi P?" And then everyone like looked when they were like, "Oh my god, that is!" And everyone started running to that way. I just sat there eating my burger because I was very anxious and like, so I was like. And they're like, people like run. I was like, "Don't worry, I'll look after your bags." And then a person ran. I was just sitting there like, "Oh, that was funny."
You just outed him in a mob.
Yeah. I went, "I don't give a shit. I'll out you."
Somebody did that at PAX East here for Soken. I think was it Soken? No, it was Foxconn. It was at like Starbucks next to the convention, and then I wasn't there, but I just saw like pictures. It was just like, hey, look, and then just swarmed.
Bro's just trying to get his fucking coffee fix, and it's like, oh my god, it's Koji Fox! Oh shit! Like to be fair, it wasn't me like just outing him. He was like, oh my god, look, it's Yoshi P. I was just like, oh, isn't that Yoshi P? So I was like really confused, and then everyone like looked, and like, oh my god, it is. I was like, oh, I kind of felt bad, and I'm like, it's fine. I was gonna say, eat my burger.
I'm sure he's used to it by now. Not that it's any better, but I'm sure
he's a superstar. He acts it. He's
Yeah, I've never gotten to meet him. One day I will die. I will cry and die if I ever get the chance.
He is,
but
you will have a chance at FanFest. He is he often walks around. He is a lovely individual. So yeah, you will have your chance probably at FanFest.
Yeah,
I really hope so. The closest I got had a panel at PAX a couple years, 2 or 3. I think it was actually more towards 3 years ago. I think it was for Final Fantasy 6. It might have been for 16, and he just kept doing the thing where it was before the show started and they kept yelling at him to go in the back. And he kept sneaking his head around the curtain to just look at the crowd and wave to people. And so he's just looking and I wave to him and he waves back at me and I'm like, oh, we had a moment. And then they're just kind of like, the security's like, okay, like, could you not? And he's like so curious, like a little kid. It was so great.
Well, before we wrap this podcast up today, we don't have much more time left. Let's have a quick talk about Little Ladies Day. The Little Ladies Day. What have you done the Little Ladies Day event yet?
I have.
I thought it was really cute, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was a nice small. I like it's not as big. The last one was a lot more. The Valentine's Day event took a lot more effort to do, but I enjoyed what I experienced with the Little Ladies Day event. It was cute.
Yeah, I really loved it. Honestly, they've been cooking with their seasonal events this year, like between the rewards, how much rewards we're getting. And then I love the fact that it's not just skip a cutscene, get your thing and leave. Like it actually takes you, not a ton of grinding, but like you have to kind of work for it a little bit, but it's like, it's a fun little way to do it. And if you look around, like you could see Sugar Riot and Dancing Green and Pippin and Lisa and Yugiri, and so it's very cute.
Well, I recommend you get it done before it goes away because the t-shirts are cute and the event
doesn't go away. It doesn't go away till the 18th, doesn't it?
Yeah, you've got. You could do it this weekend if you want.
I'll probably do it this weekend. I was actually going to go and do it then, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to go. I'm going to go back to WoW because I need to level. And
you've got until March 12th. So
tomorrow is the 18th.
Thursday.
Oh shit! We've got to end now.
But now you got till the 12th of March to get it.
That was even later. It was the 18th.
Okay, but no, thank you so much for joining us. I know it's a bit of a short episode today, because of time zone.
Short episode every single time.
But Pyra, we'd love to have you back on if you'd want to be on again in the future. But before you go, where can they find you, and where what type of content can they
Yeah.
Can we book you for after FanFest, after NA FanFest? I want to see how different.
Yeah, so call me whenever.
You're gonna be going, so I want to get first-hand experience, get you back on, and we can talk about American FanFest.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. No, have me whenever. This has been a lot of fun. I thank you both for having me on here. I do a lot of Savage and Ultimate raiding, so I'm live like 5-6 days of doing raiding with folk. My YouTube channel, I do a lot of tips and tricks videos, especially for newcomers. So you can find me pretty much anywhere: Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Not really on TikTok as much, but X, Blue Sky. I'm kind of a little bit of everywhere. So yeah.
But seriously, thank you so much for joining us. It was lovely chatting with you.
Likewise, thank you both.
Well, Paul, Baldur's Gate tomorrow. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I am excited. We've got Baldur's Gate tomorrow, and then next week is the last week for me able to do Thursdays and Fridays of Baldur's Gate.
Oh, so
I'll be able to do Fridays.
Okay.
But not after that. Every Thursday we've taken of me WoW raiding. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we would have been done with Baldur's Gate, but unfortunately, WoW has kind of crept up out of nowhere. The Jason Momoa / Henry Cavill meme, where Jason Momoa is like, creeping up behind Henry Cavill. Yeah, WoW has kind of caught up to me out of nowhere. And it doesn't help that I play Warhammer and I've been playing Pokemon, so I've been kind of like playing Pokemon in the evening. I also found my Shining Pearl and was it Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? So, by the way, that was the first Pokemon game I ever played properly. You might blame me, Rennie. Speaking of that, you can find me on Pool Metal 1 on Twitter. You can find me also Pool Barn, where I do stream a bunch of random stuff. I will be streaming my WoW raids, my WoW stuff. My Tuesday streams with It's Rennie, our friend and artist of the channel, where we play random games from Scum to Repo to Outlast Trials. Yeah. That was fun. And over that, and you will see, hopefully in May, which is thy birthday, in May, hopefully painting streams where we'll be painting models. And models, you get to see my really disfigured hands because I'm like Frankenstein. I got more scars than Frankenstein. So yeah. Chili, where can they find you?
Come on, my hands are worse. Like, you would need to zoom into my hands just to see them because my hands are so tiny. Like, like I could hold one of your Warhammer models and it will look like a giant Gundam statue. So,
God, I'd hate to see what one of my knights look like in your hand. Then. Boom.
Spoilers. I have tiny hands.
And you can
So
find
anyway.
his hands on these videos.
Talk about videos, but someone left a comment saying that they're looking forward to. They might actually play the DLC based on the video I just made. So big shout out to this person who just left a comment because of that. Anyway, you can find me on Holified Saying Gaming on YouTube. You can find me not too much on Twitter on MG_Chili, where I talk way too much. And you can also find, of course, me on twitch.tv Moogle Go Round Radio, where I do the Baldur's Gate stuff on Friday. Warframe will be on Wednesdays from now on. Tuesday and Thursday are to be determined right now. I still don't know what I'm going to be playing on those days. Maybe we'll do some 14, but I don't want to burn myself out too much.
Claire Obscura? How about Dragon Quest? How about these other games you've had to sit on?
Dragon Quest is up there. Claire Obscura, I need to one day. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. But see you all next time. Bye. See you tomorrow, Baldur's Gate. Bye. Bye.
See you in 2 weeks for the next Moogle Go Round episode.
Bye.
Please say bye, Pyra. Say bye.
Bye. Bye. We'll talk about the live layer properly. Bye. Bye.
Bye.